Hey everybody, Heather Coleman here, yoga instructor, Reiki and energy work practitioner, personal trainer, and I'm so grateful to have Joe here. Joe is our newest personal trainer here at the Greenbush Y. New to yoga, let's welcome Joe. Really excited to have you here with us, and we're going to go through our hero's journey sequence. So Joe, I'm going to invite you to come to the front of your mat. Mostly I'm going to be here, so that you can see me by looking to your side or utilizing my reflection. There's a mirror off camera. But if I see that you might be struggling with something, especially since this is new, I might come over and give you a little adjustment, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm Heather, this is Joe, and this is the hero's journey. Let's do it. Happy toes facing front. We're going to start with mountain pose. Let's inhale, long arms, lengthening the body. Let's exhale, hands together at heart center. Through the nose. Let's inhale, lengthen. And exhale, hands together. And we'll set an intention for our practice. And what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to ask you, Joe, what are your fitness and health goals right now? Is there something that comes to mind?
To get better at my endurance when it comes to cycling.
Love it, love it. And thank you for sharing that. And you might be thinking, how does yoga help with that? Well, muscle endurance, balance, and those deep lying core stabilizers that we're going to use today are going to help you with that goal. We're going to stabilize your core. It's going to keep you feeling good when you're on that bike. So you're feeling good, and you can focus on increasing your heart and lung health. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we're going to set that intention of endurance. And if anyone watching has another health and fitness goal you want to add to this with us, drop it in, set that intention. So with that being said, let's inhale. Find length through the arms and the legs. And now on the exhale, we're going to go navel to spine, slowly forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Deep bend in the knees so you can fold deeply. Let's really let our chin drop. And that looks amazing. Isn't Joe doing amazing? It's his first time. Woohoo! So head hangs heavy. And we'll let those knees bend as much as we can to get a nice stretch through the back. If it's okay with you, Joe, I'm going to give you a little cue to just help you really feel into that. So we'll be able to see that nice length that Joe has in his spine. Awesome, awesome. Our next pose is going to be halfway lift. So with halfway lift, isn't he a trooper? This is all brand new. We've got a straight line from our ear to our shoulder to our hip. And we've got our weight into our happy toes. You'd never know this is first time, because I can tell you right now, you look at this guy and this is how this is supposed to look. So awesome job, Joe. Let's exhale, forward fold. And let's do that again. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful, let's exhale, forward fold. Let's do one more time. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do our first chaturanga. So we're going to do this step by step. We're going to plant our hands, let our knees bend as much as we need to. Step one leg back to a high plank. Second leg back, high plank. Looks amazing. Strong yogi hands, fanned out wide, puffing up between the shoulder blades. Looks amazing. Abs pulled in. Big inhale. We're going to exhale, lower halfway. Elbows graze the ribs. This is low plank. It's intense. Inhale to push through, upward facing dog. Knees can be floating off the mat or resting on the mat, completely up to you. Now as we exhale, navel to spine to lift the hips high and back, downward facing dog, and let's pedal out the legs, chest toward thighs, getting a nice stretch. And I love how, Joe, you shared with us that you want to improve your endurance for cycling. Getting a nice mobility stretch in the calves and the hamstrings will help the muscles and the connective tissue, so you can really focus on that. From here, let's inhale to soften the knees, look up to the hands. Exhale to step to the top of our mat. Exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Looks amazing. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold, and we're going to flow through sun salutation A a little bit quicker. So let's inhale to rise, mountain pose. This time, let's get a mini back bend in with cactus arms, shoulders squeezing together. So good. Let's inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, let's plant the hands, step back to high plank, long body, straight line, ear, shoulder, and hip. think about crown of the head reaching forward as your heels reach back. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, let's push it through upward facing dog. Bring in the smile. Exhale, use the abs, downward dog. Well done. Let's pedal out the legs. Inhale, look up to the hands, bend the knees. Let's exhale, step to the top of the mat. For this forward fold, let's add a chest expansion. So we're gonna interlace our hands behind our back, letting the head be heavy. So stay right where you are, Joe. I'm just gonna, so you can feel and everybody can see, we get this nice lengthening of the spine. If you can drop your chin a little bit more, Joe, do you feel how you get that nice stretch in the neck? So we really want to be mindful of that, guys. Great job. Great job. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to release on 1. We're going to be adding to our sun salutation aid and make it into a sun salutation beat. Let's inhale to rise. Halfway lift. Deep exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale to rise once again. Long body. Let's fold right away. Plant the hands. Step back to high plank. We're going to go a little quicker this time. Big breath in. Exhale, lower halfway. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the legs. This time, we're going to plant the right leg nice and firm. You're actually going to do your left though, Joe, because we're in mirror.
Okay.
And we're going to lift that opposite leg nice and long. Toes toward the mat, yes. Let's see if we can straighten that leg out. Press through the hands so we get some nice length. In fact, I'm going to challenge Joe here to get 2 inches taller in this inversion. Yes. Big inhale. Now on the exhale, we're going to use our core to float that knee between our hands to find a low lunge. Yes. We're going to find our rock star alignment, knee over ankle, back heel pushing back, inner thighs working towards each other. And so, Joe, I wonder if we could challenge you to go back a few inches, even with the back leg. Yes, can you bring that leg back even more? See, he's a runner. So I'm like, we're gonna challenge him. He's such a good sport here. Now let's take a big inhale. Now we're gonna exhale to spin the back heel down, rise up. This is warrior 1. So if you wanna bring that leg a little closer, you can. Yeah. Belt buckle toward the front, arms long, inhale. We'll exhale to open up. Warrior 2. So we might go a little bit wider if we feel the need. We've got length from fingertip to fingertip, and I'm able to see Joe's reflection in the mirror here, which is great. So with our front knee over the ankle, let's inhale to reverse warrior, and exhaling using our obliques, extended side angle. Shoulders stacked. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, humble warrior, or reverse warrior. Sometimes it's called both. And then exhale, extended side angle. From here, let's inhale to rise, warrior 1, chest toward the front, belt buckle. We might slip that back leg forward a little bit. Big inhale to lengthen. Let's exhale, step it front. Inhale, let's find length in our mountain pose. This time, mini back bend, cactus arms, lifting the heart. Let's inhale, mountain, and exhale, forward fold. Tucking the chin toward the chest. Let's take a breath here. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, plant the hands. Let's step it back and flow. High plank, big breath in. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, down dog. Let's take the other side. So, folks at home, you're gonna lift your right leg. Joe, you're gonna lift your left with me. Nice. We're going to press through the arms to lift our hips as high as we can. Would you say this is a good workout, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
It is, isn't it? Let's lengthen that lifted leg as much as we can. Big inhale, and let's exhale, step it through nice and smooth. Harder than it looks, yeah? Big exhale. Inhale to rise, warrior 1, spinning the back heel down. And then we'll exhale to open up warrior 2. So we want the front toes, happy toes facing front. And that front knee, right, track it over those toes. Doesn't that look amazing? He's doing so good. First time, he's just right into it. Long arms, now big inhale, reverse warrior, long through the front side here. And exhale, extended side angle, keeping the shoulders stacked, long through the waist. Let's do that again. Deep bend in that front knee as we come to humble warrior, breathe in, and exhale, extended side angle. from here, let's inhale back to warrior one. So now belt buckle faces the front, hips face front. Inhale to find length. We'll exhale to step the back leg front. And then let's just shake it out a little bit, take a little bit of free movement. I'm going to check in with my student here. Joe, how are you feeling at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, warmed up?
Yeah.
Getting a workout. He wasn't sure what to expect. All right, so that was our passion series. We're going to go into our commitment series, where we have a lot of balance involved. We talked about having endurance goals, particularly those deep stabilizers, those little muscles and connective tissues around the ankles really work here, along with the whole body, giving us that base of strength and endurance. So let's inhale to lift the arms nice and long, and then we'll exhale to float. Joe and I are going to do left. Everyone at home, you're going to float your right knee up. We're just going to find our strong balance here. Shoulder blades gliding down, deep core stabilizers pulled in, navel to spine. We can even find time to smile, even though we're working so hard. And then if we want to challenge ourselves a little more, let's open that knee out to the side. Maybe even straighten that leg, maybe even lift it a little bit higher. Deep breathing for 3, 2. Let's bring it back in on 1, and we're going to take a flight. So finding our airplane here, we can do a flying airplane. And it's his first time, and he went into a flying airplane. That is so cool. You can do that. We can ground that airplane by setting that foot down. Long line through the body, and we're slowly going to rise up. We're going to find what's called dancers. So we're going to take our same side arm as lifted legs, see if we can get a hold of that ankle. Recruit the core and bow open. Rock solid balance. Soft on our stance knee for 3, 2, 1. Let's softly land in a warrior 2. Step it back. So awesome for a first time yogi. Hopefully we got him hooked. So front knee is tracking open. Core is active, arms are long. Let's inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. And from here, rotate the back heel up as we touch the ground. Let's step that front leg back to a high plank chaturanga. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the legs. You got it. We are going to lift that opposite leg high. So Joe and I are going to lift our right leg up. Folks at home, you're going to lift your left. Breathe in. And exhale, float that leg through, landing softly in a low lunge. Nice. So here, this is a tough pose because to find length, we've got to push back as we engage our core, right? So we've got our front knee over that ankle. Sometimes that takes practice. Let's inhale to rise, warrior 1. And exhale to open up, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse, warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. From here, inhale to rotate, touch the mat. Front leg comes back, high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal out the legs. From here, let's inhale to look up to the hands, bend the knees, and exhale to step to the top of the mat. Let's keep going. This time, there's a low stool behind us. Joe and I are going to sit into that low stool. You're going to come with us into our chair pose. That was great. We're going to make sure that we have that front knee behind the toes as much as we can for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. One more big inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale to mountain pose. We'll take the other side. First, let's exhale. Opening up. Inhale, mountain. This time, let's exhale to float. Folks at home, it's going to be your left knee. Joe and I, we're going to do the right knee here. Finding our balance in our one-leg mountain pose. As you exhale, let's open up that knee to the side if you can. Maybe even straighten that knee. Just go wherever you can go. Rock solid balance for 3, 2, on 1. Let's bring it back into single-legged mountain pose. Breathe in, get tall. Then exhale to take a flight. Flying or grounded airplane. Back foot floating or touching for 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale to rise. Dancer pose, so as much time as it takes, right? That's how we build our balance, by reaching for that back ankle, knees together if we can. Inhale to lengthen. Look at that rock solid balance. We've got a new yogi here. He's killing it. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Let's release and shake it out. That was so awesome. Bringing the high vibes.
Thank you.
Commitment series. Next is going to be our gratitude series. So let's inhale to find length. Grow our tree roots. Let's exhale to fold. Plant the hands and let's come to all fours. Loosen up our spine a little bit with some cat-cow spinal waves. So we've got our hands right under our shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale to lift the chin and chest, drop the belly. Exhale to round the back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to drop the belly and lift. Exhale to round. From here, we're actually going to try a happy frog that I think you're really going to enjoy, Joe, for the hips, because we're talking a lot about cycling and how important that lower body is. So what we want to do slowly and gently, strap down to our elbows. We're just going to slowly widen out the knees. So we're really just going as wide as comfortable, right? There's no strict rule. Folks at home, if this is a little bit challenging, you can try a yoga block under your hips. You can place a yoga block under your forehead, and you can keep it a little bit narrow. Like, I like how you're sort of taking your time with this. Joe is really kind of going to this gradually. That's super smart. If you can go wider, you're welcome to here, Joe. And it's a nice one for the inner thighs. And if you wish, you can even come out further. And even bring your forehead to the floor here. And I'm just going to give you that tactile cue, Joe. I'm going to encourage you to drop your chin even more here, Joe. Just lengthening the spine. Looks amazing. That's one of the things we want to keep in mind, is that long spine with that hip opening. And don't know how well you can see at home, but one thing that's smart here, especially since this is Joe's first time trying this, is actually got his feet in a little narrow. Wise thing to do. What I'm going to do is check in with him. Joe, would it be okay with you if we brought your hips out a little wider?
Yeah.
We can try that. It's just going to give him a little bit more hip opening. And what he's able to do here is just breathe into this. So with every exhale, Joe, I'm going to encourage you to do is just feel the release in your hips, the upper legs. You can even try bringing your arms a little bit wider to help your shoulders relax a little bit more. This is where we're letting go. Gratitude for everything our bodies can do and how good we're feeling here. And we're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly come back up out of happy frog. Slowly bring the knees in. Folks at home too, another thing you can do if you have sensitive knees is thicker mats, even blocks under your knees, doing that. But for now, we're going to come down to a baby cobra. So we're going to go forehead to mat, hands under shoulders, legs are long, abs are in. Now as we bring navel to spine, let's inhale to lift chest, hands and chin. We're going to hold it here. Feel the rise and fall as we breathe. And if you're new to this, it's a little tough, you can rest your hands. And let's see if maybe we can challenge Joe here to bring his elbows a little bit higher. We're just throwing yoga right at him, and he's just running with it. I love it. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly release. Belly Shavasana. Arms can be long or bent, depending on what's comfortable. So let your head go completely here, Joe. Yeah, we want that neck to relax. Doesn't he look amazing? We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, abs are in. We're going to press ourselves up and back to a child's pose. Inhale to slowly rise. What we're going to do is walk a little bit to the front of our mat. So what I'm going to actually build Joe up to here, because he's strong and he's excited, he's really up for the journey here. We're going to build up to a wheel. Since this is all new, we're gonna get you there gradually. We're gonna get our bodies ready. So get our feet nice and flexed. We're gonna inhale to lengthen the arms. As we exhale, we're gonna bring the hips forward, bring the belt buckle forward. We're gonna reach to the heels. Maybe we can touch them. Maybe we're just reaching towards them. How does that feel for you, Joe? Pretty good. Now, if we find this is a strain at all, what we can do is back off a little bit. So if we find ourselves tensing or holding our breath, we're just gonna back off a little bit until we're able to be a little more smooth with it. Let's inhale to rise. Let's try it again. Exhale to reach back just far enough that it's comfortable with our chin nice and tucked. Look at that flexibility. I love it. Inhale to rise. Now on the exhale, what we're gonna do is swing our feet around. I'm gonna start out doing this with Joe, and then I'm gonna be offering you an assist if you want to accept it. We'll build up to our wheel. So got our feet a little bit apart. We're going to round out the back. Come on down. I'm gonna turn mine a little bit sideways here, so folks at home can see this better. And we've got our neck nice and relaxed. Arms are long. This is always our option one, our default. Even advanced yogis, if you're having a day that you're feeling a little lower energy, you can always do a bridge, which is what we're about to do here. So let's take a big breath in. Exhale to tuck the tail under. We're going to bridge up as high as comfortable. So could be a low bridge, could be a high bridge. We've got our belt buckle rolling up toward our chest. And then we'll slowly pull down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Big breath in. Let's do it again. Exhale, roll the spine. One vertebrae at a time into that bridge. And let's exhale together. Now what I'm going to do is give some additional options that you can take or leave. And Joe, since this is all new, if you want to just stick with the bridge, just let me know. I can always show everybody the wheel. So let's take a big inhale. We'll exhale to bridge up. If you want to go a little further with this, you can try interlacing your hands under your hips, lifting the hips even higher. He's doing great with this so far. And then if we want to start building toward wheel, what we can do for that is bring the hands under the shoulders, maybe bring the feet a little wider if we need to. Big inhale. We'll exhale to use our triceps and our abs to push up, maybe just to the back of the crown of the head, or maybe even a little bit further. And that's a great, look at that wheel preparation he's got here. Would you like a small assist? So what I'm going to do to assist him is just give a little pull upward. How does that feel for you? All right. And then Joe's going to slowly roll his upper back into the mat, nice and controlled middle, lower back. Well done. You can bring your hands down. Joe, high five. That was amazing.
I like that one.
And we're going to take our gratitude series here. So let's roll back down. Halfway to the side. So Joe and I are going to bring our right knee into our chest. Folks at home, it's going to be your left. And love how naturally, I want to point something really good out. Joe didn't hyperextend. And that's so important, especially if you're new to yoga. You want to go by the lower back. So if your lower back is straining, or it feels like it's just overworking, you want that knee to stay soft. So what I'm going to have Joe do is just check in with how your lower back feels. You can go ahead and rest your head down. And if it's comfortable for your lower back, this leg long, but if not, we'll just keep it a little bit soft. So he's going to get a stretch, but not a strain here. We're going to bring that into our spinal twist. So we're just going to go nice and slow. Opposite hand to knee. We're going to guide that leg over, reaching our opposite arm out. Folks at home, you can always rest on a yoga block. And this looks great. That bottom leg can be soft, as Joe has it, which is great to protect your back, or straight if you feel like you can stretch a little further. We'll just get nice and relaxed here. Deep breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly come back to center. Let's bring the second leg in. Nice and gently, we've got both knees in. Full wind pose, big inhale. Exhale to slowly extend the opposite leg. Folks at home, that's your left leg. Right leg here, half lift. Shoulders relaxed. right arm is extending out. I'm just going to give you a little chest Joe's really get a lot from this. How does this feel? Right, sorry, my hands are probably freezing. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly come back to center. Bring both knees into our chest. Let's just take a moment here to be grateful. Thank your body for what it can do and what your body just did. And just enjoy this feeling of gratitude as you slowly lower your feet one at a time to your mat. And just let your body extend and relax. Take up space. Let your legs fall open, palms come up. And let your breathing just naturally slow. Let go. And just be right here, right now. The Shavasana is important because it gives our body time to digest everything we've done today in our practice. We'll prepare now to come back to the room by slowly putting a bend in one knee and then the other. And turn yourself over to one side, finding a fetal position. And just take a moment here to notice how you feel. Take a moment to think back to your original intention for the class today. And then as you're ready, push yourself up to seated. Let's find a comfortable seated position here. We're going to take a mudra here where we're going to connect up to the second knuckles, like a basket weave in front of our heart. Shoulder blades dropping down the back. And we're going to set an affirmation to go about the rest of our day. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. So be it, and so it is. From the light within me to the light within you, namaste. Hope that you've enjoyed practicing with Joe and I. Thank you so much for helping me with this, Joe. This has been so much fun. And I hope you all wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right.
That was fun.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got a really good